Whodas 2.0 is an assessment tool developed by the World Health Organization used by clinicians for individuals with any type of disease or disability. It was developed using concepts from the International Classification of Functioning, Disability, and Health, the ICF.
The assessment measures 6 domains of functioning, including cognition, mobility, self-care, social skills, daily life activities, and participation.
Whodas 2.0 is available for free online in many different languages.
Birdie Waters is a 31-year-old female who was diagnosed with epilepsy, a neurological disorder, when she was 14 years old. Birdie was referred by her family physician to the occupational therapist because she wants to increase her independence. Birdie experiences tonic-clonic seizures 1 to 2 times a week, but they increase in frequency when she is stressed. She currently takes medications for her seizures. The seizures also cause her to feel fatigued. Birdie moved from her family in Vancouver 4 years ago and is now currently living in Toronto with her partner Robert in a condo. The seizures require her to maintain a clean home so that she doesn't fall on objects, but this is difficult because of the fatigue. Currently, her house is cluttered and messy, and she has a history of falling at home. Birdie is an architect at a firm with 10 other employees in downtown Toronto. Her partner Robert walks her to work every day, which is roughly 10 minutes each way. She loves doing yoga and playing volleyball once a week with her work team. After work, her coworkers go out for drinks, but drinking is a trigger for her seizures, so she feels left out.
Birdie also experiences headaches from the seizures, which affect her ability to participate in activities with her coworkers.
Although Birdie has many supports, she still feels anxious about having seizures in public. She also occasionally urinates in her sleep, and she gets embarrassed when seizures cause her to lose bladder control, which makes her nervous to go to social events.
Hi Birdie, I'm Caitlin.
Hi Caitlin.
I'm going to be your student occupational therapist today.
Okay.
From my understanding, you've been referred to me by your family physician to maximize your independence. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So today we're going to speak to that, but before we do that, I just want to let you know that anything that you do say to me during this time is confidential, so it won't be shared outside of your healthcare team.
Okay.
Okay, is that okay with you?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, so let's just get right into it. So could you speak a little bit more about what you mean by maximizing your independence?
Yeah, I totally could. I was just talking to my physician about a couple of things. One of them was my home, just being more independent at home. My home feels really cluttered right now, and just the design of it feels very cluttered and unsafe. So I worry that if I have a seizure and I fall, which has happened before, then I'm going to hurt myself, and I'm worried about that. And another thing I'm worried about, the second thing, is socializing out with my coworkers or other friends. And I want to be able to do that independently as well. I'm worried that if I have a seizure and something really embarrassing happens, that I won't be able to cope with that.
Okay.
There are 3 different versions. The 36-item version, which takes 20 minutes to administer and assesses all 6 domains. The 12-item version, which takes 5 minutes to administer and assesses overall function. And the 12 plus 24-item version, which takes between 5 to 20 minutes to administer, depending on the item's response, and screens for problems within the functional domains. There are 3 ways to administer: self, proxy, and interviewer administered. The method of administration is standardized, meaning interviews should be conducted in the same way for each participant.
Whodas 2.0 utilizes 2 different scoring methods, simple and complex. Simple scoring is used for the 12-item and the 36-item versions and involves adding up the scores assigned to each item. The response options are the following: 1 equals none, 2 equals mild, 3 equals moderate, 4 equals severe, and 5 equals extreme or unable to do. Complex scoring, also known as item response theory-based scoring, involves a 3-step process. Add the scores for each item in each domain, add the scores of all 6 domains, and then convert the final score into a range from 0 to 100, with 0 being no disability and 100 being full disability. Complex scoring uses a computer program to calculate the scores, whereas in simple scoring, the scores are calculated manually.
Hi, Birdie.
Hi.
How have you been?
I've been good. It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too. So I think where we left off last time was that we were planning on doing the World Health Organization Disability Assessment Schedule 2.0. But is that still something you're interested in?
Yeah.
Okay. So before we get into that, I do want to reiterate that anything you do tell me today is confidential. So again, it won't be shared outside of the healthcare team. Is that okay?
Yeah. That sounds good.
Okay. So are you ready to do the interview?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. So the interview is about difficulties people have because of health conditions.
The client or proxy are given 2 flashcards to reference during the assessment. The first flashcard defines health conditions and having difficulty. The second flashcard shows the scale used in the assessment.
By health conditions, I mean diseases or illnesses or other health problems that may be short or long lasting, injuries, mental or emotional problems, and problems with drugs or alcohol. Remember to keep all of your health problems in mind as you answer the questions. When I ask you about difficulties in doing an activity, think about increased effort, discomfort or pain, slowness, changes in the way you do the activity. When answering, I'd like you to think back over the past 30 days. I would also like you to answer these questions thinking about how much difficulty you have had, on average, over the past 30 days while doing the activity as you usually do it. Using this scale when responding. None, mild, moderate, severe, extreme, or cannot do. 30 days. How much difficulty did you have in standing for long periods of time, such as 30 minutes?
Maybe mild. Sometimes I get really tired.
Taking care of your household responsibilities.
Probably a 4. Fatigue gets pretty bad during when I'm trying to be responsible at home.
Learning a new task, for example, learning how to get to a new place.
Oh, none.
How much of a problem did you have joining in community activities, for example, festivities, religious, or other activities, in the same way as anyone else can?
I'd say about a 4. It's pretty severe for the same reasons as before. It's hard for me.
How much have you been emotionally affected by your health problems?
Moderate, I suppose, at a moderate level.
In the past 30 days, how much difficulty did you have in concentrating on doing something for 10 minutes?
None.
Walking a long distance, such as a kilometer.
Almost none. I'd say 2, mild.
Washing your whole body.
That I'm okay with. None.
Getting dressed.
None. It's okay.
Dealing with people you do not know.
It always gets me nervous. Maybe a moderate.
Maintaining a friendship.
I mean, I guess it's trickier for me than for them, so I'd say for myself it's moderate.
Your day-to-day work schedule or school.
Also moderate, I'd say.
Overall, in the past 30 days, how many days were these difficulties present?
Every day. All 30 days.
In the past 30 days, for how many days were you totally unable to carry out your usual activities or work because of any health condition?
Like, fully unable? There was once when I had a seizure before work and had to take the whole day off. So, 1, maybe twice actually. That happened twice. So 2.
In the past 30 days, not counting the days that you were totally unable, for how many days did you cut back or reduce your usual activities or work because of any health condition?
Say about half of the month, so like 15 days, roughly.
Okay, so this concludes our interview. Thank you for participating. Okay, so I scored your assessment, and the values range from 0 to 100, with 0 meaning no disability and 100 meaning full disability. And you scored a 38. And so what we'll do is we'll use this number just as an initial baseline to have an understanding as to where you started. And what we can do is use this assessment throughout our time together to reassess and to continuously establish where you're at in the intervention. And hopefully we can see a decrease in this number so that your disability isn't impacting the priorities that you had identified before. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does.
Okay. So if you'd like, we can set up another time to meet again and we can go further into this intervention.
Sure, yeah.
Sure. And did you have any questions for me?
No, not right now.
Okay, so does same time next week work for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll see you next week.
Great, see you.